Okay, welcome back, guys. Thanks for jumping in here with me. This is the proof in the pudding video, what I'm going to share with you. But before I get into showing you my spreadsheets and everything else, let me do a little bit of housekeeping here. I want to tell you how this came to be, what it is, what it's not, what to expect, and make sure this is something for you. This is a Zoom recording. Excuse me. So if I'm looking off at the camera, I mean, I'm not real savvy with Zoom. So some of the screen shares might, I'll try to pause and make sure everything's as seamless as possible. But let's just go in and dive right in. So what I've done is I'm an active loan officer right now. I'm a partner and a broker out of Kentucky. I'm in the Midwest, very successful. Been doing this for about 15 years. I lose track. Have been a partner in my own business for the past 3.5, going on 4 right now, closer to 4 than 3. And what I wanted to do, and I'm just like you guys, man. I have done, LendingTree leads throughout my life, LeadPoint, FreeRateUpdate.com, LoanBright, you name it, we've done it. Depending on realtor referrals, you guys know as well as I do that, depending on that stuff it's terrible. You got to position yourself to be the very first caller, the very last caller, have the best deal. After 17 calls, they're tired of hearing from you on any different platform. Chasing down realtors, you give them a deal, hopefully they give you one back. It's just not a fun business. I mean, you make a lot of money, but it's up or down, it's feast or famine, chicken or feathers all the time. So, when we opened our business, that's what I started. Up to about 2 years ago, I was investing heavily, $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 a month in LendingTree, LeadPoint, you name it, buying leads for realtors and hosting open houses, all the things that you guys are probably doing right now. I figured there's got to be a better way to do this. And you guys have seen it. You guys have seen that there's ads all over Facebook, Instagram, whatever, talking about lead flow, automation, chatbots, artificial intelligence, AI, contract agencies that will guarantee you so many leads. Now, I'm not saying any of those are bad. I've done them, and I've spent probably $35,000 or more that I can verify and back up every penny on putting some of those systems together. They work. Some of them work. Some of them are better than others. Some of them steal your money. Some of them don't deliver at all. But $35,000 and about a year later of really wanting to figure out a way to get away from LendingTree, I thought, hey man, I want to do a TV commercial. I thought if I just did a straightforward, honest, candid approach, talking to the clients that I want to reach, that would be my best way to get my message across and to generate, organic traffic and exclusive lead flow for the company. Problem was, there's nobody doing TV commercials other than Quicken or Rocket Mortgage, same, obviously the same company, and they're spending millions and millions of dollars, and my budget was $10,000. And I talked to a TV rep, and I talked to a couple of TV reps and some radio reps, and it was still pretty expensive, more than my $10,000 was going to be, plus producing the commercial and everything, and it just wasn't viable for us to do that. So I thought, well, let me use what I already know. Let me use the platforms of social media. Let me use the Instagrams, the Facebooks, and whatever else is out there that we're on. Let me see if I can appeal to the client base that I want to attract on there. So I put together a video, very short, 1.5 minute video to keep it very short and precise, to start generating some traffic. And I did this. I hybrided that video with some of the copy and the targeting that I had learned from part of the $35,000 that I'd spent over the past year, and put together a system. It took me about 1.5 months, 2 months to really tweak it before some things started rolling in. But once I hit that sweet spot, it was lights off, man. It was like turning a spigot, like I told you in the previous videos, like turning a spigot on and off. I mean, we really nailed it. We really hammered it till we got the target audience down, which we'll share with you if those of you that take the next step. We got the ad down, perfectly delivered, which again, we'll share that with you, those of you that take the next step. And we really got the systems in place to take those leads and drop them into our CRM, which I didn't have at first. I use a spreadsheet, and you can do that. There's nothing else you need to buy, with this. There are some things you may want there's some technology you may want to buy, and I'll show you that. You don't have to at all. But once we really honed in on this has been the only source of my leads other than referrals from realtors that are coming in and clients and past clients and refis in my book of business. But the only leads now that I take are the ones that we organically create through the social media platforms, and they're all over. So that being said, what we're not, this is not, I don't have a Lamborghini. I'm going to show you a bunch of fake checks, or I don't know if they're fake checks. I don't want to say anybody has fake checks, but I'm not, I'm not bragging about the millions of dollars I make. I've been doing this a long time, man. I've been, I work probably 15, 20 hours a week, and I do well. I make my 20, 30, 40 grand, whatever, per month or every other month. And then I take 3, 4, 5 weeks off and enjoy my life. I'm 51 years old, and I don't want to be doing this the rest of my life. And we thought we could help. If we could help some other folks like us do the same thing, not only is it going to help us, because yes, we'll make some money doing this, there's no question about it. But if I can show you to do exactly what we're doing, and it makes sense to you, this is going to put, depending on how well you work it, how much you want to spend on your ads, and whatever that the case may be, this could put 5 to 8 to 9 to 10 deals in your pipeline. You could put 2 deals in your pipeline. Whatever effort you want to put in, and however you want to scale it, is what it's going to be. So, it's not you don't need to buy technology or learn a bunch of technology. You just need to follow a very simple plan. There's nothing else that you need to buy. So the blueprint that we're going to share with you after I go through the proof in the pudding, it's a $35 to $45 price point for you. And then you can literally be up and running within a couple of days if you can follow 5 or 6 simple instructions on a PDF. Now, those of you that do, and let me throw this out there too, those of you that do not feel comfortable putting stuff together, we do have an offer for you for $599 if you want, where we'll do everything for you. We'll create your video, we'll create your ad, your copy, place it for you. All we would need at that point is you to fill out a questionnaire so we could get into your accounts and do what we need to do to set those ads up. So what I'm going to do now, without any further delay, I'm going to share with you. And this is right now, it's July 22nd, 2020. I'm going to go back I'm just going to pick a couple of random months over the past 4 or 5 months, share with you my pipeline of what's closed, what's working, go to the spend. I'm going to use Facebook as the platform because that's where most of my business comes in, but Instagram works very well. Instagram works, and I'm brain farting right now. So Facebook and Instagram are what the bulk of the business comes in from, but I'm going to show you my Facebook spends, my Facebook ads. That way you can see cost of my spend, lead results, and then the results of the closed loans that I have as well, where we can figure out the return on investment based on what I've spent. Yours may be different because you may go big or you may go smaller. You may go bigger, you may go larger, you may go smaller on this. So without any further ado, if this cuts off, I get to pause this right now, and then I'll do a screen share. It should be seamless for you, but I wanted to get this stuff out of the way right now. We'll kind of recap some at the end, but let's get into it. And hold on one second. Let me get my screen share ready. You'll never know the difference. So the next thing you see is going to be my screen share, and we'll talk about it then. Okay, so what you're going to see here, hopefully, is the screen share on my Facebook ad page, my Facebook spend, and my ad results. I'm going to start back at March of this year, March 1 through March 31st. I'm going to show you what I spent. I'm going to show you the leads that came in. And if you see these, I got these crossed out because these are my ad names. You'll get the ad copy for those of you that take the next step. This is a precautionary measure on my part, just to, I know people will go in and try to copy it anyway and do what they're going to do and bypass, paying the money. And that's part of life. But what I want to share with you here is for the month of March, all of March, I spent $704 on Facebook leads for this particular marketing campaign. I received 38,000 impressions, meaning that went to 38,000 people, or 38,000 people looked at it, and 20,000 people, it got to 38,000 views. So some of them went back 2, 3, 4, 5 times, whatever. That generated 67 leads to my Facebook, for my Facebook leads. Now, the way I had these come in before, I've got a new CRM set up, which is unbelievable, and I'll share that with you guys as well. But before, and this was just about a month ago, but I was taking these in the form of a spreadsheet. And so 67 leads came in, averaged out $10.52 per lead. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this screen over. This is my pipeline for March and April, what I've closed. So I run a processing company too, so I count this as income. So out of those 67 leads, $705 spent, I grossed $41,997. My expenses for my office, they are what they are. I think I run about $4,000 a month for my expenses. altogether. So $42,000 was generated off of $705.67 leads. Now, what this means as far as return of investment, if I'm doing my math right on this, I spent 705, made 42K. That's a 5,900% return on investment. I might be a penny or two off there, but it's a heck of a return on there. Now, they're not always like that. Sometimes it's, it's 2, 3, 4, 500%. Sometimes it's 1,000%, but it's been very successful lately. This particular month was 5,900% return on my investment. Spent $704, cleared 41,997. Let's say 42K. Not a bad return for $705 spent. So that's this month. Now let's go to May to June. Let's go to May to June. We'll do May. We'll do May 1st through June, or May 31st. Let's see what we got here. Hold on, May 1st. Update. Okay, so May 1st through May 31st. And so that would be my June closings. I'll pull those over in a second. I spent $650 on my leads. Got to 28,000 people, 56,000 total. 106 leads came in off of those leads. You can see right here where I'm going around this. 106 leads right there. Of those 106 leads, we'll go to June closed loans. I only made $10,284. So $10,284, let me do the calculator on that. That is about, still about 1,200% return, okay? 1,200% return. All right. Yeah, right at that. Just maybe a little more, maybe a little off on that, okay? Okay, now we're going to go to, let's see, June to July. I want to share with you June 1 to June 30th. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I spent $270 on my Facebook ads, received 68 leads from those. And that would be my stuff closing right now, which most of it already has. Some of this is going right now. We're going to move this over. So right now, all this stuff is going to be closed. Half of it has. Let's see. 2 of these were, okay, nope, those were all. $34,364 is going to be my take on that 200. How much was that spend? On $270. So $34,364. Now, guys, I'm a broker. I get to keep all my money. If you're a loan officer at 1.5, 2, yours is going to be a little less than this, but the ROI is still ridiculous. So just on this alone, we're looking at $270 spent, 68 leads, 34K made. That's over 12,000% return on your investment. 12,000% return on your investment. Now, again, this is not every month, but the rule of thumb is if you spend $1 and make $2, you got a winner. You got an absolute winner. And this has never, ever, ever failed to produce less than 10 times what I've put into it. If I put in $600, I've always made at least $10,000 to $15,000. So divide that in half, even because if you're not a broker, if you're a broker, man, you can really see what this would add up to. If you own a processing company, you can see where this would add up to as well. But for goodness sakes, man, I'm averaging, from 3,000% to 12,000% return on my investment on my ad spent. And what I'm going to share with you is how to place these ads, what the ad copy should be, what your target audience should be, what your video should be exactly. I'll show you. Everybody's going to get a copy of my video. You can mirror that. It works. I mean, if you want to do your own, change it up, tweak it, do whatever you got to do. But what I've got absolutely blows the cover off of the ball. So this is my proof in the pudding. You can choose to believe this. You can choose not to believe it. It doesn't hurt my feelings either way. Those of you that see this will see it. Those of you that don't, won't. I wish you the best. But for those of you that do, like I said, here's the offer. This is a $35 to $45 price point for this blueprint. The blueprint's going to have everything you need from A to Z. The target, the actual video ad copy, the header, the footer, what you need to do, everything you need to do to set that ad up, and go forward with that. If you're uncomfortable doing any of that and you want me to do it for you, this is going to be very limited because I'm still actively writing and originating loans, to the tune of 8 to 12 every single month, which takes a good chunk of my time. I will put, and I can probably do this for maybe 10 people a week. So if we get backlogged, we get backlogged. You just have to bear with me. If the $35 to $45 price point, it's a do-it-yourselfer. There's never going to be a one-time offer, 10 left, clock is ticking, whatever the case may be, shiny spoons, Lamborghinis, all that BS. For those of you that would like me to do this for you, I'll do your video, I'll do your ad copy, I'll place the ad for you. All I need is the questionnaire filled out on a couple of things that we'd send over to you, and I'll do that for you for $599. And again, I'm going to do about 10 of those a week. If I get to more than 10, it'll just get pushed to the next week, and we'll just do a waiting list and see if it's something you want to do. In addition to this, I've got something that I put together that has been very, very, very successful for me as far as educating my borrowers on first-time home borrowers. I put together a PowerPoint presentation for first-time home buyers. It's about an hour and a half long. And those of you that take advantage of this either way, whether you're at the $35 to $45 price point or whether I do this for you for $599, you're going to get an editable, did I say that right? A copy of my PowerPoint presentation. It's going to be labeled with all of our stuff on it, obviously, but you just go in and edit it. You're going to put your logo, your name, switch out our pictures and bios and all that stuff on there. But it's a full-fledged A to Z, everything a first-time home buyer needs to review in order to buy a home. I'm talking credit requirements, down payment requirements, loan programs that are available, all that good stuff. It's like I said, it's an hour and 30. They can stop and do whatever they need to do. I've got this set up on a Zoom recording. I plugged it into my website. Whenever I get a first-time home buyer, before I do anything, once I pre-qualify them, before I do anything else, I make sure that they watch that and then I quiz them on it. And I really do. I don't want to waste time with folks, and I want to make sure they know what they're walking into. So that's going to be yours as an added value to this. So this is my time. There's my proof in the pudding. Actually, hold on one second. I'll tell you what. Actually, I'm back. I thought I could pull that up real quick, but it's in a different file on that. So if you want to take advantage of this, whatever the button's going to be next here, up, left, right, I don't know where it's going to be. Pick which option's best for you. We'll get this stuff right out to you. It's going to be a digital download for the PDF format. Video copy, we'll have to send it to your email because there's some requirements we have to send that video through to show the ad copy exactly what we're doing. Those of you that want me to do this for you, there's going to be 2 separate ways to sign up. We'll get your information and get a questionnaire out to you right away. Once you get that back to us, I'll personally give you a call. We'll spend a few minutes and go over everything to make sure that we're on the same page and get this rolling for you. So those of you that see it, welcome aboard. Can't wait to have you. Can't wait to hear your success stories. Those of you that have spent this 7, 8, 9 minutes with me, thank you for your time. If you don't see it, God bless you, man. I wish you guys all the success in the world. But that's it. That's my time. So have a great day. Have a great life. Have a great career. And I look forward to helping as many of you as I possibly can and going from there. So take care. God bless. See you guys later. So long.